so glad you're here and welcome. I'm Jackie and this is Planet Einstein Art for Kids. Okay. We're going to be painting. First, we're going to be drawing him and we are going to make him the Frog Prince. And I want to just point out a couple of things to you before we get started, and that is that your painting doesn't need to look just like mine. This is going to be your original artwork. So don't worry if it doesn't look exactly like mine. And if you want to use different colors than I did, that's perfectly okay. And if you want to put different things in the background than I did, that's okay. But first, let me run through what it is you're going to need for today. And I have my supplies in front of me, and I'm assuming you do too. So let us start out with the paper. And we're going to use the paper sideways, not long ways like that. We're going to turn it on its side. So you'll have a little bit more room across the paper to get your picture in and make it nice and big so everybody can see it well. Then the very first thing we're going to use is a pencil. So you have your pencil ready there beside you. And then I just chose an assortment of colors of washable markers. And actually, the reason that I ask you to use washable markers is that when we put them on our picture, and I'll be showing you how to do this, then we're not going to put it solid lines and color it all the way in with the markers. We're just going to be kind of like when you scribble, but straight across. That's how we'll be doing it. And then we'll use the paintbrush dipped in water to spread all that together. And if we use, let's see, we use orange and yellow together, then it will blend the orange and yellow into a really pretty color that's kind of an orangish yellowish. Okay, so anyway, whatever colors you want to make your frog and whatever you want to put in the background. But first, we're going to start with the pencil and we're going to sketch out the frog, and I'm going to change cameras on here so you can see my paper. So give me 1 second and I'm going to switch to this view. There you go. So you should see my hand and my pencil and my paper in front of me. So if you can see that okay, or if you can't see that okay, let me know. All righty?
The big banner is across the bottom.
Oh, okay. Let me take that banner. From the top is where you'll start your circle. So make a circle that's kind of stretched out. And mine's kind of flat. I'm going to erase that part of mine and make it a little bit fatter over here on this side. Okay, you don't want to press real hard with your pencil, because if you have to erase, you want that to erase pretty easily. Then we'll take our marker and make that circle outlined in your black Sharpie. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned the Sharpie. So hopefully you have either a black marker or a black Sharpie. The Sharpie works a little better because it doesn't bleed into the watercolors as easily. Now, what we want to do is draw our frog's eyes. So let me show you how we're going to do that. First, we're going to go back to the pencil and we're going to make a circle that goes well above the top of his head and down into his face. And for the other eye, we're going to do the same thing. So we just made 2 circles, and I'll outline in black so you can see them better. So one eye and the other eye. Okay. Now, the frog has some pupils or some eyes right there inside his sockets. So we'll draw a little eye there, and let me outline it for you so you can see it real good. We'll draw one there, and we're going to put one over here on this side, down below the line of his head. And I'm going to put another little circle inside his eye that will look like a little sparkle in his eye. Okay, now we want to give our frog a mouth. Okay, and we're going to go over here to the left side with your pencil and draw all the way across his face in kind of a big curve. It'll just curve a little bit that looks like he has a smile on his face. Okay, how you doing? Are you with me so far? Now, one thing I didn't do before, but I think would be kind of fun, is to give him a tongue. What do you think? You think this frog could have a tongue sticking out? You know, that's how frogs catch bugs. So let's give him a little tongue sticking out over here if you'd like to. Looks like he just zapped a fly and is maybe chewing on it and is happy. Okay, now we want to do his body. So go back to your pencil, and we're going to draw what is kind of a half of a circle from up here under his neck, just maybe to the left of his tongue a little bit, and draw a half a circle that kind of swings out. Okay, you got that? Here, let me outline it in black so you can see it better. And we're always looking for what shapes that we recognize. So if I say draw a circle or draw a half a circle, you know what I'm talking about. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Find the spot up here on his neck to start your half a circle and swing around and back kind of together again in the center. Okay, now let me make mine black so you can see it well. Are you doing okay? Am I going too fast for you? Let me know in the comments if you're having trouble keeping up, and I'll slow down a little bit, okay? Now, what we want to do next is give him some nostrils up here, and I have mine kind of sketched in real lightly. I'm going to take them out. They kind of look like watermelon seeds, so we make it kind of like that shape down in the middle of his face between the eyes. We'll give him one nostril, and then we'll give him another nostril and kind of bring it to a point. And I'll outline it in black for you. Okay, now he can breathe. He has nostrils. All righty, let's go back and finish his front feet. Okay, you want to take your pencil again, so we sketch it out and draw a little curve and then bring it back in, and then give him webbed feet, little curves kind of like ocean waves down at the bottom, and then all the way over and back up to the top with a big swing and curve. And we're going to make the other leg when we get over there, and then back up to his body. So now he has two, and let me do it for you in the dark so you can see it. Now he has two webbed feet. Do you know why frogs have webbed feet? I hear some of you answering, so he can swim. That's why frogs are usually found around ponds, because they like to swim and they're good swimmers and they catch all the insects in the pond. Now he needs back legs, right? Okay, so we're going to go up here on his front legs and make a big curve that looks a little bit like, let me bring my picture over and show you, a little bit like you're drawing a half of a heart shape. But then before we get down to the pointy bottom, we swing out and make his webbed feet for the back. So let's start about here. We're going to swing out, make big curve for the leg, and then a straight line, and then curves for the back feet, and then a straight line all the way back up to his body. And I'll outline it for you so you can see it. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing on the other side and give him a leg on this side. So we'll start at about the same spot with our pencil. We'll make a big curve, come down to where you want his foot to start, make a straight line out. Now give him the webbed feet and then a straight line back up to his body. Okay. Back all the way up to his body. Now the only thing we have to do now is for his body to be finished is kind of draw the line that would be the rest of his body here in the center. Otherwise he looks like he's missing his body. Okay? Does your frog look good? Now, guess what we got to do? We're going to go in and color his eyes first. So what color do your frog's eyes, or what color are they going to be? And let me show you how to do this. And actually, I'll show you on this picture first. I want you to take your marker or your color paint, if you didn't have markers, and take it and draw lines like that. You're not going to fill it all the way in, because the paintbrush is going to do that for you. So what you're going to do is draw the lines in with your marker that are putting the color down. And then we're going to come back with the paintbrush and it will all kind of melt together and make the color the full color. So put your frog's eye color in there. And again, it doesn't have to be solid because the water is going to do that for you. Let's see, we have a tongue sticking out here. I think I'm going to make mine, yeah.
Gina says slow down just a little bit.
Okay.
Say hi to Akita.
Yeah.
They're on. Gypsy's on with you.
Okay.
So is Tom Rutherford. And Gina.
Hi, Tom, are you painting with us?
He's got his big brush out.
Okay. All right. I'm going to wait for you to catch up for just a minute with getting the eye color in there. Mine has one kind of droopy eye, doesn't he? And you know what? That's okay, because my frog looks like maybe he needs a little sleep.
He's been up late.
He was up late last night. Okay. Are you good? You need a little more time?
I think they're ready. Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to color my frog's tongue in pink. But you know what? Your frog doesn't have to have a pink tongue. He can have a purple tongue or a black tongue or whatever color tongue you want. And actually, I'm going to put a little orange in there with my pink just to liven it up a little bit. And when we put the water on there, it'll blend those two colors together. Now comes the fun part. We get to fill in all the big spaces, but first we're going to give our frogs some warts. Frogs have warts, you know. So let's just put some random warts on him. We'll put one there. We'll put one there. We'll put a couple on his legs. So give your frog some little wart spots on here. Okay, so you got some warts now. I'm going to outline those in black so you can see them. You got your warts going? Have you ever had a wart? I had one a long time ago. It wasn't fun. It took a long time for me to get rid of it. I don't know if it's really true that frogs give you warts. I just don't know if that's an old wives' tale and not really true. I'm going to erase some of my pencil lines I put in there that I didn't use. So if you want to go back and erase any lines you made from a correction, you know, do that. But be sure to scoot all the excess eraser residue or whatever the stuff from the eraser is called. I have one there I'm going to erase. And that's why it's good to do your sketching really light so your pencil marks don't show up badly and it's hard to get rid of them. Okay, I'm going to start by just kind of shading in. Remember, we don't have to make it exactly precise and it doesn't all have to go in the same direction. I'm just kind of using the side of my marker to draw squiggly lines that kind of, I said it looked kind of like you were scribbling on it, but you'll see that that makes a really fun effect when you get ready to take your wet paintbrush to it. So, you know, get as close as you can to those black lines from the warts and the nostrils. And actually, I think I'm going to suggest, or I'm going to color in the black nostrils. Okay, got it. Okay, that's above his mouth. Okay, how you doing? Are you getting close? Okay, now I'm going to color in the same way, just, you know, not trying to fill in every single white space, just putting enough color down for the paintbrush to be able to grab it and smooth it all out and fill it in. I'm going to go back and fill in the nostrils with black. But if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You know, yours is going to be what you want it to be. Now, you have your paintbrush and your water ready. We're going to go ahead and, you know, scrape your paintbrush a little bit so it's not dripping, but make sure it's good and soaked. And then take your paintbrush and squiggle it around. I don't know, is squiggle a word? Just kind of push it around in circles and get all the green to blend together. And you know what I think would be kind of fun to do is maybe add some yellow in there too. I'm going to put some yellow on top of that. just because I think it will be fun to make the color a little bit of a variation. And don't worry, we're going to come back and do the watercolors. Just paint those whatever color you want. I went outside the box a little bit. That's okay. Now, we still got lots of frog body to paint, don't we? So let's go back with whatever color you're using for your frog, or if you want to make it a different color, that's okay too. So let's go back and remember our sketchy lines, so we don't have to worry about filling it all in. Just make sure you get lots of the color down that you're using so the paintbrush can pick it up with the water and spread it around. And that's okay. He has a suntan on his face. That's what we'll say. Draw in my leaves for my cattails. Throw a little one there and try to make that a little bit better shape. That one's a funny shape. And just draw in long skinny leaves and cattails. We'll put another one back there. What color are the cattails? Let's put another leaf there. And one more cattail down here. We'll kind of take it off the edge of the page. So did you think about what color the cattails are? I'm going to put one more cattail in there. And I've got some pencil lines that I'm going to erase so they don't show up in my picture. What color you want the lily pads? Let me make sure. Okay. Let's see. Lily pad could be a greenish yellow, kind of like his face. And let's color in with the big squiggly lines, okay? Let's see. I think I want my lily pad to be kind of an orangey, not my lily pad, my cattails to be kind of an orangey brown. So let's see, there's orange, and I need to get a brown. So I'll do, oops, kind of went outside the line there. Remember, just squiggle around in there and get the color down. And try to avoid laying your hand where your picture's wet. I've already done it a couple of times, but not only does it get paint on you, but it makes your painting smear. So I'm going to put some orange on there. And do it really fast so the paint doesn't dry up. Let's see. There's my brush. Okay, and I'm going to squiggle that around, blend it together. Press down hard on it and kind of swirl it around. Okay, and now I have just a couple of leaves to color green in here. Let's see, in the stem, I'll do green. I'll do that one green and put some green back there and down here. And make some green over here. Okay, how's your frog doing? Got your lily pad and your cattails. I'm going to finish doing the stems and the leaves and blend those together. Need some more water on my brush. Oops. You may need some more time after I finish mine to get yours done, and that's okay. You just keep working on it, and then when you get it done, put a picture of it here on the Planet Einstein for Kids page so that we can share it and I can see it and see what a great job you did. Now, what you can do with the rest of it, if you want to put some trees in the background or just maybe some mountains in the background, put some...
Tom would like to see a fish.
We don't have any fish in this pond. We just have mosquitoes and flies.
No, Tom wants to catch a fish. He's a fisherman.
I know. Maybe there are fish in your pond, so...
There's got to be fish, Jackie.
Draw
a fish jumping in the background.
All right, we got mountains back here and all the way through. Okay, we'll do another little range of mountains back there. And you can finish coloring in, whatever, if you want to put trees back here or bushes or whatever sorts of interesting things that are in the scenery that you have. I can sketch in some trees and give them some color on the branches.
I bet Gypsy'd like to see a cow back there.
Gypsy has goats.
Oh, that's right. We need a goat near the pond.
That's right. So have some little blades of grass coming up. So you put whatever you want in your background. And if you want, I'm doing this in a hurry so you can see it finished, and then you can finish yours in whatever amount of time you have and it takes to get yours finished. I think I'm going to do a little yellow over on this side of the mountain. Color that in between there. Okay, let me just quickly show you what that's going to look like, because we're just about to the end of the lesson, and then you can take it and finish it from here. And don't forget to take a picture of it and share it with us. Get a little more yellow there. Pad, and we have some cattails, and we created the frog prince. We almost forgot to put his crown on him, but he has it now. So I hope you had a good time. We're going to do one more free lesson for you. And actually what we're going to do with the group that wants to paint on a regular basis is we're starting Planet Einstein Kids Club. So it will be Kids Art Club, Planet Einstein Kids Art Club, and there will be a painting lesson every week, every Monday at 3 o'clock, and we will get together and paint something. And it won't always be painting, but that's what we're going to start with. So each week is a different masterpiece and a different theme or a different animal. Actually, we're starting this month with animals, so join us again next week, but there will be a link on this broadcast that is for anybody who wants to join the Kids Art Club. And after next week, it will be a membership club that you pay a $20 a month membership fee for. And if this has been fun and it's something that you want to do regularly, moms or dads, that's $5 per art lesson. And if this was something that your child enjoyed or your grandchild enjoyed, then come be with us each week at Planet Einstein Kids Art Club.